For the entire week?
Yeah. So it's just Trinzy for now. Here's the latest in the news. Police have released the names of the suspects behind the fake dollars intercepted at the Barclays Bank Queensway branch on Tuesday afternoon. The fake notes in $100 denominations were recovered in the bank's safe room by detectives on Tuesday.
So the 6 who covered their faces when they were being whisked away are Eric Adede, the owner of the box. The foreigner has been named as Ahmed Shaha, who police say is a fake investor. Police have also named 2 women, Elizabeth Mudhoni as well as Irene Wairimu Kimani. Police say that they are also holding a witness who could have been conned. And also to help us get deeper into this specific story, our reporter Hassan Mugambi has been following this specific story. Hassan, it's good to see you this morning. Perhaps we can begin with how soon we'll be able to see the charges.
Well, how soon we're going to be seeing the charges all depends on the activities that will be happening today, as we are expecting officers to go to the Milimani Law Court so that they can be seeking more time for them to sort of hold the suspects as investigations continue. It is highly unlikely that we'll see them being charged today, so they will be appearing in court with a miscellaneous application seeking to hold them further so that they can come up with charges and firm up investigations in as far as the fraudsters are concerned.
So Hassan, this was a rather dramatic arrest, really. How did it happen, and the entire thing, and what was the tip-off like? How did the police get the wind of these guys who were depositing money in their safe account?
Well, according to sources, they say that they got wind of information that there's a businessman, a top businessman in Nairobi, who had already fallen a victim to these people who had really sold the idea of a certain investment plan that they had, and they had actually showed this person the cash that they have. And it is highly unlikely that someone would show you dollars in a safe box inside a bank and you would think that the dollars are fake. So he was required to sort of pay an advance fee of 10 million shillings before they can now start rolling out their fake investment. Now that is how they got wind of that information, and they, instead of him now going to the bank, they called him to the flying squad offices and sort of tracked his communication with the people that were supposed to be on the receiving end of these 10 million shillings. So that is how they found out who they are exactly, and they were waiting for him at the bank actually, and sort of telling him to keep time and come very, very fast so that they can finish up with that that transaction. And that is how the 2 bank officials have found themselves in a corner, because they were there together with these fake investors, trying to, sort of just telling this other investor or this corporate executive to come and deposit that particular amount of money so that they can start the business. And that is how the police now raided this particular bank, and they led them to the safe, and there was a whole lot of 2 billion shillings.
All right, Hassan,
in dollar form.
Hassan, lastly, who are police looking to question? And could you also comment on how dramatic that arrest was that we saw?
Well, very dramatic indeed. We were camped there outside the bank, and we saw them coming out with their heads covered, and Kenyans were actually baying for their blood, saying pesa yetu, pesa yetu. They didn't quite understand what it is that has been stolen and why the media was camping outside the bank. So there was a lot of questions from the members of the public, and that is how even that the dragnet, the money itself, was not whisked out of the bank via the front door. They used the rear exit of that particular bank and into the standby police vehicle, and it was taken away because they feared the public rage that was there.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Hassan.